Alright guys and girls, welcome to another episode of Astral Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? Alright, today I am going to show you how to replace the starter on a 1981. Majority of you out there wasn't even born yet. On a 1981 Chevy van. Coming up on Astral Auto Repairs. This channel is a member of the Astral Stars, which means we have a zero-tolerance policy against the harassment of others. Anybody who violates that policy will be banned. For further information, please visit www.theastralstars.com. Alright guys, first things first. First, you want to disconnect the negative terminal of the battery, and when you disconnect it, on all cars, you want to make sure you push it down to the side so that it doesn't spring back into action and short something out. Then you'll be really messed up. Alright, I got this battery on charge right now, so that's why you see the other terminals there. Alright, now, well actually before what's important of that is safety. Guys, safety is number one. Now as you can see, I got the vehicle jacked up and I took the right side tire off. You do not have to take the tire off. I just did that so we can get a better look, a view at the starter up under there. Next, you want to have a jack stand. As you can see, I have a nice jack stand. This set is right here. It's from AutoZone. It's a Duralast. I like this. You know, I might not like Duralast auto parts, but man, they can make some good jack stands. Yeah, boy. Look at that. Got the pin in it. This thing is secure. And I left my hydraulic jack there as added security. And you notice the base of the jack stand is on concrete. You want to make sure it's on concrete, and if you don't have concrete, if it was going to be on the ground like over there, you want to get a piece of wood like I got sit over there just in case. You want to make sure this thing is on a nice, and don't use, that's a thin piece of wood over there. Get you a 2x10 or 2x12, whatever it may be. Get something nice and thick, because you do not need that jack stand sinking into the ground and crushing you. These older vehicles are heavy. Alright, so let's get right to it. We'll be right back. Alright guys, here's the starter. This is a monster starter. I think the last time I changed the starter was 1997 or something. And wait a minute, actually, no, I didn't actually change the starter. I never changed the starter since I had the vehicle, because I'm looking at the shims up here, and somebody stuck some shims. Wow, what the heck did they do? Can you see up under here? Guys, you see this? Look at the starter shims. They put one on the edge. That's it. Holy cow. Alright, anyway, let's get this thing off of here. Alright, held on by two 9/16 bolts. I got a 9/16 shallow socket with a 4-inch 3/8 drive extension. And what I'm going to do is hook up my impact driver with my 3/8 drive adapter to go inside of it. The first one I'm going to do is loosen up this one over here that's connected to this ground strap. On these GM's vehicles, if you see a ground strap, you make sure you put it back or you put a better one there. Alright, so let's unbolt that one. And get it from this strap, bring that down. Some long bolts, man. Let's set this down to the side. And then, now remember, these starters are really, really heavy. So as you're taking this down, this starter is going to start dropping. So we start taking this out. And here's all the shims they put in here. Just on the side. I have no idea what the heck. So that means, and I had this van for a long time, longer than, dang it, dang it. All right, so what we're going to do here, let's get this out of the way. And it's actually going to come down, and luckily I got my transmission lines here so it can actually rest on that a little bit. Okay, both bolts are the same length, so you don't have to worry about it. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is twist the starter, just like this, because we got the wires right back here. We got two wires. You got one big wire that's going to the positive side of the battery, and then we have a smaller wire. So let me get the tools for that, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing we do, take off our one big nut right here, going to the positive side of the battery. And this one is a 5/8 nut. So I got my 5/8 1/4 inch drive socket here. with my 1/4" drive ratchet. Okay. All right, let's get that off. Move this wire to the side, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we got the big wire off. Now for this little wire. Now what this little wire does, this little wire goes right to the ignition switch, or if you have a neutral safety switch, it goes to there. So when you put that key in the start position, 12 volts is sent right through this wire. So we got a 5/16 or 8mm 1/4" drive socket with the 1/4" drive ratchet. And let's take that off and swing that wire to the side. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we got that wire pushed to the side. Next thing we're gonna do is twist our starter and bring it right up. Man, this has got to be the easiest starter I have ever done. Yeah, buddy. All right, be right back. All right, guys, here's our old starter and here's our new starter. Now, on these older GMs, or a lot of them, it's gonna come with some shims. What this means is that this vehicle, this starter was shimmed already to have adequate clearance of the flywheel. And if yours do not come with it, I'm gonna show you how to shim this, which is very easy. But let's put this to the side. Now, previously you guys saw a video where I told you how to check the starter, what a starter sounds like when it's bad. And we did this one and the way it sounded. Now I want you to listen to something. Watch this, guys. Take this starter, we take the old one. See that? All that jiggling, knocking around there. And let's try the new one. Well, what you hear is the washers flying around. That's it. That's how we know this is going to work. All right, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to take off our the two nuts and lock washers in the back for our wires and get that ready. Now I'm going to show you a great way how to shim a starter instead of putting it up there, starting the vehicle up, putting some paint marks on the teeth and all. This one actually ain't gonna come out, but I'll show you in a minute anyway. Let's put this to the side, get up under the vehicle, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, the first thing I'm gonna do. Now, see, a lot of guys, they try to put the wires on right here, which will make it a little easier, but then you take a chance of this starter dropping and hanging down on this. No. We're gonna set our starter in there. Just like that. Get our little wire, set it on the S terminal. Get our lock washer. And now you're gonna can't even see if I'm doing this by feel. I can't even see it. Am I on there? You know what? Let me turn this thing so I can see that. No. There we go. Okay. Now let's get the nut and start the nut. It's turning by a couple threads. There we go. You want to make sure you turn it by a couple threads so it does not cross thread. Now, you see how this thing can move around? Our exhaust manifold is up there. So you want to make sure that when you set it in a position that it's going to be in and move it to the side so it can stay away from that exhaust manifold. All right, so let's put it right there and then we're going to tighten it up. Actually, let me see. You know what? I think I'm going to go down this way so it can be away from the... Yeah, I'm going to go down that way so it can be away from it. All right, let's get our 5/16 and tighten that nut up. Be right back. All right, guys, another important thing, when you go to tighten this up, you want to go till it stops and just a little bit more. Do not go Superman on this because this is going into plastic and you will break that and then you're going to damage the starter. All right, we got that one done. The next thing we're going to do is put on our one big wire, and this is a power wire. So you want to make sure you have that on. And then, where's our... Where did our battery wire go? There it is, way over there. Then, we're going to reach over here and put our battery wire on. And then you got to hold that in place while you take your lock washer and the nut. And if it doesn't go on, like this one ain't, you gotta take that lock washer off. I don't know why they didn't make that stud a little bit more. All right, we got that on, great. And what I'm gonna do is position that, and then I think I'm gonna bring this one out here. I can bring it out here or in here. Let me see here. I'm gonna set this one. Again, I want it away from that exhaust manifold. So I'm gonna bring that wire out to this way and tighten that up. So let's get that. And I'm gonna bring that wire out, turn this way. And again, till it stops. And a little bit more. That's it. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, the next thing we're gonna do is bolt our starter up. Now you notice our shims, one side has a full complete hole and the other one is slotted. They made that specifically for this purpose. Let's put this down. The first thing we'll do is take one bolt, and your starter shim sets in like this. So to hold your starter in place, you wanna put this bolt in first. So when you put your shim in, it'll just go right there just like that. All right, so what we gotta do is start our bolt in, and these starters do have a little weight to them, so you're gonna have to hold them up. Let's see, hold it up. You know what, let me go through this way. And you gotta get that thing started in there by a couple threads. Once you get it started in there, if you want, go ahead and use your impact. Bring that in just a little bit. Now, your starter is still away from the engine, and now you can stick your shims in there. So what you do is take your shims, put your shims across, and at this point what you gotta do is you gotta go on the other side of the starter and make sure, you know what, let me pass me the camera. Okay, let's see where I'm at here. If you see right up there, you can see where the shims, let me see if I can, see if I move the shims, you can see it. Make sure the shims is on both sides of that block, of that bolt. Then you know that's on. All right, now that we know we got that lined up, we can go ahead and get our other bolt. And this is the one that has the ground strap on it, so we want to make sure we put our ground back in there. Put it up through the starter, and then it's got to go through that, through the shims and into the engine. Just like that, and it is ready to be tightened up. All right, tightening up the starter bolts. If you're using a torque wrench, you're going to go about 35 foot-pounds. But as an A mechanic as I am, and a lot of you DIYs out there the same way, we're not looking to do that. We're just looking to tighten it up. So get my impact with my 9/16, bring it up, and tighten it up. Again, very important on that ground strap. Now I'm going to show you a way of shimming this. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, this is how you're gonna adjust for the shims on these starters. Now, whether this method can be used for the newer style GMs, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they can actually. Yeah, they can. You want to get you a small paper clip like this. All right. You want to open it up where you have an angle like that, and then bring the other one down like that. And that paper clip is going to be your measuring. This is what's going to happen. You're going to have two wheels here. Yeah, buddy, look at that drawing. This is the
wheel?
Yeah, this is the gear.
Oh.
This is the gear coming from the starter. Now the starter, when this starter turns, it meets up with gears from the flywheel. It comes from behind, bam, locks in, and do that, and turn the engine over. Now let's bring those together. That's the starter, and the flywheel. Now, what you're gonna do is the gear that's on the starter, you're gonna take a screwdriver, I'm about to show you. You're gonna pry that gear forward until it locks into the flywheel. Then you're gonna take your paper clip while it's held into place, and you're gonna put that paper clip right between. Now the starter's gonna lock up to one of the teeth are gonna be touching. Let's say like, yeah, right here. You got the teeth right here, a tooth right here, and a insert right here. So the teeth of the flywheel is going to be locked into what a starter is. They're going to be touching on one side, but there's going to be a gap on the other side. Your paper clip should be able to go in there, fit in there a little snug, just a little bit. If it's kind of like tight, you can put it in there and leave it there and it stays. No, you got to shim that starter down, okay? So let's get up under there. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, and we'll be right back. All right, guys. Pass me the camera. I can't see the screen. Okay. Now, right now, you see I have my screwdriver pried up, got the gear forward. Dang it, man. There we go. Into the flywheel. Here you go. Now what I'm going to do is take my paper clip, and from the other side, whoops. I'm gonna see how much space I got. And let me bring this out a little bit more. Oh, you can see, huh?
Not really.
And actually, guys, oh no, that's the one. I gotta get the one closest to it. And you can see right there.
No.
Oh,
Your hands in the way.
I am actually in there, and I'll touch it. Make sure I'm touching on the other side of that gear. I am. Yep. No, you can't. Let me see if I can keep it in there. All right. As you can see, turn that screen down. All right. As you can see, and let me shake it a little, shake the vehicle a little bit. I'm trying to get that paper clip to move and show you that it is right hanging in there. That is perfect. I guess they know what they're doing, huh? All right, here you go. Okay, take it out. And we'll be right back. All right, guys, we got the battery hooked up. Now, what you're about to hear, I'm going to try to start it. But you're also going to hear another noise. That's me constantly hitting the gas pedal to get some gas up to the carburetor because the carburetors suck. And that's what happens. You got to keep pumping up the gas pedal. So let's do it. At this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a part of the before video and then after. All right? So here's before. Okay, And here's after. This time I'm not going to give it gas. I'm going to just let it crank. Here's after. I didn't expect it to start up, but it's good. Yeah, it don't sound too good, but that's the carburetor. We'll be right back. Alright guys, what you're doing is looking at the inside of the van. This is just a quick little, give you a little information on this van because you're going to be seeing a lot of this van. I painted this van before and it did what I did. You can see I did the interior blue with the black insert and I did the dashboard. This is a different dashboard because this van in 81 they didn't have AC. So I took the whole front of it. I put a 93 front on it with the serpentine belt and all. Put the dashboard for the vents, for the AC, and I started doing that black and blue. The reason why I'm showing this van, because you're going to see this van, because this is the van that's going to be racing Steve Davis. Yeah, go ahead, check out his channel. And if Steve watching this video, I feel sorry for you, because you're going up against this van. All right, check that out. That is great. That's right. You got our Mustang going to be racing Eric the Car Guy, and you got our van going to be racing Steve Davis. All right, we'll be right back. Alright guys and girls, there you have it. How to replace a starter on a 1981 Chevy van with a 350 engine. Steve, well, I'm coming for you. Yeah, boy. Alright, you have any kind of comments, questions, be sure to put them in the comment section below, or you can email me direct to tim@astralautorepairs.com. As Sylvia would say, hope you paid attention. If not, watch it again. This is Timmy from Astral Auto Repairs. If we can't repair it, nobody can. I'll see you next time.